Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was... He's dropped at the 18.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
Ritter with it after the play fake. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. What good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10.
43 rail.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Escaping the pressure right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Love now to pass on 1st down. And he's got it. It's caught from Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta
Hey,
offense out there for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. London moved the chain, something he did 48 times as a rookie last season. First receiver taken in 2022 draft, finished with almost 900 yards in the league's second worst passing offense.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Strike it. Fight, 97. Hut.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Sliding out of the pocket. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran.
Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, 41 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Carlson for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
It's Lucas Van Ness there to drop him behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 40-yard line.
Ritter off the play fake.
Flush to his right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
You look at this Packers defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Black Ultra.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter. He's got his man, London, right side.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Quick pass out to Miller. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Come on.
Now 2nd and 3.
Hey, go steal. Set, Hunt.
Ritter fires quickly out wide.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready?
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready?
After the
Ready.
sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Drill, 52. Ready?
Here's Ritter.
Well, this is caught by Williams. That'll give them 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Ritter, he wants to change the play here.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Ritter now.
And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Slide blue. Blue striker. 6. Mega. Hut.
Ritter looking to throw here on 4th.
Flushed out right. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. But down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. They'll run again with Wilson.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
On now is the Packers punter.
Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be Falcon football.
At their own 43-yard line.
Down.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The Falcons at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Let's go.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
Black shot. Check, cut.
Ritter on the fourth down try. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Shedding through the defense. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Ready?
Second down, this is Wilson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Play fake. Here's Love. A short throw to Musgrave. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Got it.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Check pink. Hut, hut.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On the double.
2nd and 11 now.
Eat old blue. Ready, ready.
Now Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Ready, ready.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Ready.
On first, they'll go back to Wilson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Steps away. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Now a give, running left is Wilson. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Love looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Set, ready. Ready.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Youngwei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Nixon now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Striker, 3-3. 52 blaster. Hut, hut.
Love, they go play action now. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate into a completion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Love. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Green Bay.
They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 55 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game. And
he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the left sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nixon now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He finds his man complete. It's Reed. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Going quickly out to the right side.
And he is going to have a Packers first down, it would appear. Yes, he does by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5.
Needle. Drill, 52. Yellow, lining. Ready.
Now they'll hand it off to Wilson.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Here we go. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Love flushed out right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give. This is Wilson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Green jack. Blaster, six. Hut, hut.
On 3rd down, Love. He'll buy some time right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
And this one is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted.
Ready.
So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Dillon now off the option. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Oh, a design run for their wideout. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Let's go.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Watch out now. 50 series. Hut.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jordan Love, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Carlson on for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Packers 24, Falcons 7. Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Come on, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ready, ready.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Shovel, 38. Red, yellow. Set, hut.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Eluding the pressure right.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Ready.
Following the interception, Love.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Clear for the extra point.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
Slide through. Ready, ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
It finds his receiver, Watson.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here.
First down, Packers.
Blue striker. Set, go.
Love now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Ready.
They'll run. Here's Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken in at the 11. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Ritter going to change it up. And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And he is not going to get the first, but remember, it was only first down, so a bit of an odd play, and it results in second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Ready.
They'll come up now. This is second and long. Ritter with it after the play fake. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
6, Madden.
Fourth down, big play. Here's Ritter. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And cycle.
Here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Shot, 17. Claude Ray. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to Dobbs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards to pick up there. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Ready.
Love looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Richie Grant. This ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet.
Hut, hut.
Here's Ritter. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Ready, ready.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here we go.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Shot. Set, go.
Ritter looks to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Love. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Down.
Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Again, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when supposed to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right, right. Cut.
Love back to it here after the pick 6. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.